Here. Today, we are here to celebrate National Science Day 2024, organized by the School of Advanced Sciences, VIT-AP University, in collaboration with the Innovation, Incubation and Entrepreneurship Cell, VIT-AP.
National Science Day is celebrated each year in India on February 28 to commemorate the discovery of the Raman effect by Sir C.V. Raman in 1928. This significant scientific achievement marked a pivotal moment in Indian science, showcasing the country's prowess in the field. National Science Day aims to promote scientific awareness, foster a scientific temper, and recognize the contributions of scientists to the nation's progress. The day is marked by various activities including science exhibitions, seminars, public lectures to inspire the younger generation and encourage them to pursue career in science. It serves as a reminder of the crucial role science plays in shaping the future of a nation and underscores the importance of scientific research and innovation in addressing global challenges.
The theme for the National Science Day 2024 is Indigenous Technologies for Vikasit Bharat. Indigenous technologies play a pivotal role in the vision of Vikasit Bharat, contributing to national self-reliance and sustainable development. Vikasit Bharat, which translates to Develop India, emphasizes the promotion and utilization of homegrown innovations across various sectors. Indigenous technologies encompass a wide range of advancements from traditional knowledge systems to cutting-edge invention that address the specific needs and challenges of the country. These technologies not only enhance economic growth but also foster cultural preservation and environmental sustainability. The emphasis on utilizing and advancing indigenous technologies align with the principles of inclusivity, acknowledging the diverse skills and knowledge present within the nation. As Vikasit Bharat strives for comprehensive progress, the integration of indigenous technologies becomes a cornerstone for a resilient and self-sufficient India.
This year, VIT-AP University has organized expert talks, exhibitions, industry conclave, poster presentations, quiz competitions, and many other exciting events to celebrate this day. Once again, thank you for joining us today, and we hope you all will enjoy this science fiesta. Now, may I request Professor S. Srinivas, Dean, School of Advanced Sciences, to welcome the gathering. Sir, please.
Respected Vice Chancellor, Professor Kotta Reddy sir, Chief Guest of today's function, Padma Shri Awardee, Dr. Kadar Reddy sir, Guest of Honor, Padma Shri Awardee, Venkateshwara Garu, Registrar of the University, Professor Ganti Jagdish Kumar, Director of IAC, Professor Amit Chaman, Associate Dean of the School, Professor Rajnikant, and Convener of the NST, Professor K. Sendil. Deans of our schools, directors, head of the departments, colleagues and participants, good morning to all. First of all, I would like to thank each one of you for joining this National Science Day event. National Science Day is celebrated to mark the discovery of Raman effect by Nobel physicist Sir C.V. Raman on 28 February of every year. The main objective of celebrating National Science Day is to spread the message of the importance of science and its applications used in daily life and technology among the people, and to encourage scientific-minded people to explore further new discoveries and innovations for a better society. I am very happy to say that the School of Advanced Sciences is conducting this event. Over the past 6 years, many events such as FDP seminars, national and international workshops, conferences, symposiums, guest lectures have been conducted successfully by each and every school of our university with a view to serve society by sharing knowledge and expertise with the teaching and scientific community. With that experience, I guarantee that this event will be a productive one and worth your precious time. A total of 500 participants registered for this event. 7 industry persons are visiting as a part of the industry conclave, and the program manager, Sri Anukumar Garu, will join us. He is from Instrumentation Society of India from ISC Bangalore, related to the life membership to the of the society. This industry conclave is to strengthen the industry institute collaboration, bringing innovation and entrepreneurship culture in the institute. As a part of NSD, some events we have planned, like book fair, a few bookstores have come forward to participate, and participants will be taking part in several events, competitions such as science exhibition, poster presentation, treasure hunt, debate competitions, quiz competitions, events like sketchwork cards and so on. Most importantly, the words from our Padma Award will be definitely inspiring. I hope this event enlightens the participants and enables them to understand some developments in science and technology, and it enables us to improve our skills. I bid a very warm welcome on behalf of the university and on my personal behalf to all the renowned speakers, industrial experts, and participants who took out their valuable time and joined us today to be a part of this National Science Day activity. We are honored to have you all with us, sir. We feel delighted to welcome you all. With these few words, have a wonderful day and enjoy the fruitful session. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor Srinivas. Now may I request Dr. Jagdish Mudiganvi, Registrar, VIT-AP University, to address the gathering.
Dignitaries on the dais, deans, directors, faculty colleagues, and dear students, a very good morning to all of you. Today we are celebrating National Science Day. As emphasized previously, this day, 28th February 1928, Sir C.V. Raman had discovered Raman effect. Briefly, the Raman effect, if light photons are impinging on a material made up of some molecules, and they go and then hit the molecules, then there will be scattering. There will be a collision between the molecules and then the photons. There will be inelastic collisions. In an elastic collision, the energy is same, conserved, and then it will come out with the same frequency. With an inelastic collision, there is a loss of energy or gain of energy. This shift in the frequency of the photons which are now scattered is called as a Raman shift, and this was observed by Sir C. Raman and was reported on February 28, 1928. So, marking a great shift in science, where this is very widely used in spectroscopy. Frequencies hits them, and then by studying the energy with which it is coming out, you can study the vibrational or rotational nature of the molecules. Thereby the material characteristics also can be identified. So that was a pivotal moment in studying of various materials, and to mark this great achievement by our own very Indian Sir C. V. Raman, in 1986, the National Council for Science and Technology Communication had asked Government of India to designate this day as a National Science Day to bring in awareness among the public about science and its applications in our day-to-day life. So the government at that time was kind enough. They said definitely we will celebrate in all the universities and colleges February 28th, and since 1987, the subsequent year, each year February 28th is being celebrated as a National Science Day. So this year, as it was told, the theme, every year they have a theme, and then on that theme there are many programs conducted in universities and colleges. and public is given the awareness about that. So this year the theme is Indigenous Technologies for VIT Bharat. VIT Bharat, so the clarion call given by the Government of India that by 2047, India should be a developed nation. So we should be self-sufficient, developed in the sense self-sufficient and not dependent on others. We should be providing to the world, not seeking things from the world at a large. So that definitely is possible and will only be possible by the combined efforts and then the awareness that the people of the country, citizens of the country will have towards science and its development. So on this, the VIT-AP is also poised to play a very big role because we, as a national institution with students coming from 28 states, 8 union territories and 7 different nationalities currently, with 14,000 students. We started in 2017 with 600 students, and today within 6 years we have grown Phoenix-like and then reached 14,000 students with composition from all across the country and then other countries in the world. So we have a very great mandate to disseminate knowledge, develop new technologies, and then push the barriers of science and help the humankind. So currently we have 600 plus faculty and staff. We are spread in a 100-acre campus with 35 lakh square feet of built-up area, all the buildings and then utilities, and an additional 10 lakh square feet is under the development. We also boast state-of-the-art laboratories for undergraduate, postgraduate and research programs. We offer 8 undergraduate programs with multiple specializations, 2 MTech integrated 5-year programs, 4 2-year PG programs in engineering and then sciences, 2 dual degree programs, BSc MSc Data Science and BA Public Service, and PhD programs in all the disciplines run by 7 schools of the university. The university also has a very good placement record. It boasts of 93 to 94% consistently each year we have been placing students. The rest of the students go for higher education and other startups and other opportunities they search. Apart from the academic infrastructure, the university also has 5 hostel blocks for men and 2 hostel blocks for women. We have a sports ground and then another one which is coming up, sports track is coming up, and we have one indoor sports facility, state-of-the-art indoor sports facility, 2 cafeterias and a gym. So with this, I would convey to the all young audience who have come from various schools and colleges that the university really offers you a very good space to learn, grow and then also contribute to the nation development. The university also is operating 65 buses to cater to the students of Vijayawada and Guntur to ply them. So we are a very big setup and then we can take good care of the students. With this, I would like to join our Vice Chancellor, faculty and then staff in extending cordial welcome to the students and faculty of external schools and colleges and a heartfelt welcome to our Chief Guest, Padma Shri Dr. Kadirvalli Garu, and Guest of Honor Padma Shri Yadlapalli Venkateshwar Rao Garu for accepting our invitation and joining us on this August occasion. I am also honored and pleased to introduce today's guest of honor, Shri Yadlapalli Venkateshwar Rao Garu, an organic farmer, agri-journalist and a strong advocate of organic farming, terrace gardening and millet food. He hails from an agricultural family in Kornapudi village of Guntur district of Andhra Pradesh. A commerce graduate by degree, Venkateshwar Rao Garu is a natural writer with a strong penchant for agriculture, which made him to start magazines named as Raitu Nestam in 2005, which translates to Farmer's Friend, Pasu Nestam in 2012, which is Cattle Friend, and Prakruti Nestam, which translates to Nature's Friend in 2014. These magazines have been great success and have been disseminating knowledge on various of these aspects to the farming and the agricultural community. His inner calling drove him to start a farmers training institute in his village and setting up of Raitu Nestam Foundation to impart best agricultural practices on natural and organic farming in conjunction with creating the awareness on harmful pesticides and fertilizers. With his relentless and pioneering efforts over 15 years, a great number of farmers have now shifted to organic farming that fetches them a better price in the market and provides healthy food to the community at large. Raitu Nestam Foundation provides technical know-how, marketing tips, crop insurance details, daily market rates, weather forecasts, details of nearest labs and research centers, chatting and support facility for farmers. Venkateshwara Rao Garu championed the cause of natural and organic farming AP and Telangana states, for which he was conferred the honor of Padma Shri in 2019 for his services to the farming community. He trained about 200,000 farmers through well-structured training programs and has been working relentlessly to uplift the poor farmers economically. As chairman of Raitu Nestam Foundation, he conducted several skill development programs on setting up cottage industries, organic melas to promote organic agri-products and natural products, terrace gardening, kitchen gardening, and to empower farming community through capacity building and training programs. He is a great humanitarian who distributed fruits and grains at his own cost in the red zones during COVID. He is a visionary who believes that natural farming is the only way to sustainable living. With this brief introduction to this great personality, I now request Sri Yadlapalli Venkateshwara Rao Garu to deliver his talk.
అందరికీ నమస్కారం. ఐ విల్ స్పీక్ తెలుగు ఓన్లీ. ఈరోజు నేషనల్ సైన్స్ డే సందర్భంగా నన్ను అలాగే డాక్టర్ కాదరవల్లి గారిని ఇన్వైట్ చేసినందుకు ముందుగా విట్ యూనివర్సిటీ మేనేజ్మెంట్కు అలాగే అధ్యాపక వర్గానికి నా ధన్యవాదాలు తెలియజేసుకుంటున్నాను. ఈరోజు మన సైన్స్ డే ఎవరి కోసమైతే ఎవరి పేరుతో మనం చేసుకుంటామో డాక్టర్ సివి రామన్ గారికి ముందుగా నా నివాళులు అర్పించుకుంటున్నాను. వేదిక మీద ఉన్న వైస్ ఛాన్సలర్ డాక్టర్ ఎస్వి కోటారెడ్డి గారికి, డాక్టర్ జగదీష్ గారికి, రిజిస్టర్ గారికి, అలాగే ప్రొఫెసర్ ఎస్ శ్రీనివాస్ గారికి, మన డాక్టర్ ఎంవి రజనీకాంత్ గారికి ముందుగా నా ధన్యవాదాలు. అలాగే వేదిక ముందున్న అధ్యాపక వర్గానికి అలాగే స్టూడెంట్స్ విద్యార్థులకు కూడా నా నమస్కారాలు తెలియజేసుకుంటున్నాను. డాక్టర్ కాదరవల్లి గారి గురించి అంటే తర్వాత మీకు ఏదైనా ఇంట్రడక్షన్ చెప్తారు. లాస్ట్ 2023 మిల్లెట్ ఆఫ్ ద ఇయర్ అని డాక్టర్ మన ప్రధానమంత్రి మోదీ గారు ప్రకటించారు. ఆ ప్రకటించడం వెనుక ఎవరైతే మూలకారకున్నారో వారే డాక్టర్ కాదరవల్లి గారు. దాదాపు వారు 15 years నుండి రాత్రనక పగలనక వారి కుటుంబం మొత్తం కూడా ఈ మిల్లెట్స్ని ప్రమోట్ చేయాలి. అంటే మన ప్రపంచంలో ఏ వ్యక్తి కూడా అనారోగ్యంగా వాళ్ళు కాకూడదు, మన లైఫ్ స్టైల్ని మన ఫుడ్ స్టైల్ని మార్చుకోవాలని బలంగా కొన్ని కోట్ల మందికి ఈ మిల్లెట్స్ని ప్రచారం చేసిన వ్యక్తి డాక్టర్ కాదరవల్లి గారు. వారు గత 8 years నుంచి మన 8 సంవత్సరాలుగా ఆంధ్ర తెలంగాణ ప్రాంతాల్లో పర్యటిస్తూ మన రైతు నేషనల్ ఫౌండేషన్ సహకారంతో కొన్ని వందల ట్రైనింగ్ అవేర్నెస్ ప్రోగ్రాంలని ఏర్పాటు చేయడం జరిగింది. కేవలం పట్టణాల్లోని పౌరుల్ని ఈ మిల్లెట్స్ గురించి చెప్పడమే కాకుండా ముఖ్యంగా మనకు కావాల్సిన మిల్లెట్స్ ఎక్కడ పండిస్తారో రైతుల దగ్గర ఆ రైతుల్ని మోటివేట్ చేయడానికి ప్రతి గ్రామంలో కూడా వెళ్ళి వారికి ఈ మిల్లెట్స్ గురించి ప్రచారం చేస్తూ వారికి కావాల్సిన ఆర్థిక వ్యవస్థను అంటే కుటుంబ వ్యవస్థను అలాగే ఆర్థికంగా ఎదగడానికి ఈ మిల్లెట్స్ చాలా ఉపయోగపడతాయని భావించి అనేక గ్రామాల్లో కూడా పర్యటించి ప్రచారం చేయడం జరిగింది. ఎందుకంటే మనం ఈరోజు మిల్లెట్స్ కావాలంటే ఎక్కడో కర్ణాటకలో కానీ లేదంటే ఒరిస్సా కానీ మహారాష్ట్ర కానీ ఇతర ప్రదేశాల్లో ఇతర రాష్ట్రాల్లో మనం తీసుకోవాల్సిన పరిస్థితి ఏర్పడింది. అందువల్లనే మనకి మంచి ఈరోజు మిల్లెట్స్ చాలా రేట్లు ఎక్కువగా ఉన్నాయి. అంటే గతంలో మన రాయలసీమలో జొన్నలు కానీ కొర్రలు కానీ రాగులు కానీ పండిస్తారు. ఎప్పుడైతే మనకి వరి రైస్ ఎప్పుడైతే వచ్చినాయో అప్పటి నుంచి మనకి మిల్లెట్స్ అని కూడా వెనక్కి వెళ్ళిపోయాయి. జొన్నలు కానీ రాగులు కానీ ఇవన్నీ కూడా ఎక్కడో కొన్ని చోట్ల మాత్రమే తింటున్నారు. అయితే ముఖ్యంగా మనం ఆరోగ్యం ఎక్కడి నుంచి వస్తుంది అంటే మనం ఈరోజు చెప్పుకోవాలంటే మీరు ఎంతమంది ఇప్పటి వరకు ట్యాబ్లెట్స్ తీసుకుని వాళ్ళు ఎవరున్నారా? ప్లీజ్ పుట్ ద హ్యాండ్. ఇప్పటి వరకు ట్యాబ్లెట్ తీసుకుని వాళ్ళు ట్యాబ్లెట్స్ ఎవరో తీసుకోలేరా? గట్టిగా చెప్పబడినా అందరం ప్రతి ఒక్కళ్ళు కూడా ఏదో ఒక దశలో ఏదో ట్యాబ్లెట్ తీసుకోకుండా ఉండలేము. అంటే ఎందుకని మనకి ఉన్న ఇమ్యూనిటీ పవర్, మనం తీసుకునే ఆహారం, వీటి వలన మనకి ఇమ్యూనిటీ పవర్ లేకపోవడం వలన మనం జలుబు కానీ అన్ని రకాల వ్యాధులు అటాక్ అవుతుంది. పక్క వాళ్ళకి వస్తే మనకు వస్తుంది. అంటే మనలో ఇమ్యూనిటీ పవర్ అనేది లేకపోవడం వలన ఇలాంటి రోగాలు వస్తున్నాయి. అంటే దానికి మూల కారణం ఆహారం. ఆహారం ఎక్కడి నుంచి వస్తుంది? సాయిల్ నుంచి వస్తుంది. ఆ సాయిల్ ఎలా ఉంది ఇప్పుడు ప్రస్తుతానికి? మొత్తం కూడా టోటల్గా గత 50-60 సంవత్సరాలుగా విపరీతమైన ఫర్టిలైజర్స్, కెమికల్స్, పెస్టిసైడ్స్ విపరీతంగా వాడటం వలన భూమిలో ఉన్న సూక్ష్మజీవులు ఏదైతే పోషకాలు ఉంటాయో కూడా బ్యాక్టీరియా అంతా కూడా చనిపోయింది. దానివల్ల మనకు ఆర్గానిక్ కార్బన్ కూడా లేకపోవడం వల్ల మనకు వచ్చే పంటల దిగుబడి కూడా మొత్తం కూడా కెమికల్ ఫుడ్ లాగా మనం స్వీకరిస్తున్నాం. అలాంటి ఫుడ్ ఈరోజు అందరూ కూడా బాయ్కాట్ చేయాల్సిన అవసరం ఉంది. ఎప్పుడైతే మన భూమి ఆరోగ్యంగా ఉంటుందో దాంట్లో వచ్చే పంటలు కానీ అవన్నీ కూడా ఆరోగ్యంగా పంటలుగా మార్చుకోవచ్చు. అంటే మనం తీసుకునే ఆహారం మంచి ఆహారం కావాలంటే మనం తీసుకునే ఫుడ్ కూడా మంచి ఆహారం కావాలి. ఆ మంచి ఆహారం అనేది రైతుల దగ్గర నుంచి రావాలి. ఆ రైతులను మోటివేట్ చేయాలి. ఆ రైతులు అందుకనే మేము రైతు నేషన్ ఫౌండేషన్ ద్వారా న్యాచురల్ ఫార్మింగ్ని మోటివేట్ చేయటం, అలాగే అర్బన్ ప్రాంతాల్లో ఈ టెర్రస్ గార్డెన్ని ప్రోత్సహించడం, అంటే పర్యావరణాన్ని కాపాడటం, దాని తర్వాత ఈ మిల్లెట్స్ని ప్రమోట్ చేయడం, ఈ 3 రంగాల్లో మేము ఎక్కువగా కృషి చేస్తున్నాం. ముఖ్యంగా అంటే ఫ్యూచర్ ఫుడ్ ఏదైతే ఉందో, ఇప్పుడు ఫ్యూచర్ ఫుడ్ అనే ఇదేనంటారు మీరు. ఫ్యూచర్ ఫుడ్ అంటే ఎక్కడ? మిల్లెట్స్. ఈరోజు మిల్లెట్ మ్యాన్ ఆఫ్ ద ఇండియా అని పేరు తీసుకున్నట్టు కాదరల్లి గారు మీ ముందున్నారు. మీరు మిల్లెట్స్ అని చెప్పాలి గట్టిగా. ఫ్యూచర్ ఫుడ్ అంటే ఎందుకంటే మనం ఈరోజు గోధుమలు కానీ, వరి కానీ, కాఫీలు, టీలు ఇవన్నీ కూడా బంద్ చేయాలి. బంద్ చేయాల్సిన అవసరం ఉంది. ఎందుకంటే మన కల్చరు, మన లైఫ్ స్టైల్ అంతా కూడా ఈ పాశ్చాత్యులు అంటే ఫారిన్ కంట్రీస్ నుంచి దిగుమతి చేసుకున్నాయి. ఈరోజు మీరు కాఫీ కానీ తాగుతున్నారంటే బయట నుంచి వచ్చింది. మీరు ప్యాడీ కానీ, గోధుమలు కానీ ఇవన్నీ కూడా మనకి దిగుమతి చేసుకొని ఇవన్నీ కూడా మనకి అనారోగ్యాన్ని గురి చేసినటువంటివి. మనం ఈరోజు మనకు తినవలసిన ఆహారం మిల్లెట్స్, మనకు కావాల్సిన టీ, కాఫీలు, కషాయం అవి ఎక్కడో రావు, మెడిసిన్ ప్లాంట్స్ ద్వారా వస్తాయి. మనకి చాలా మెడిసిన్ ప్లాంట్స్ ఉన్నాయి. ఆ మెడిసిన్ పొద్దున్నే కాఫీ, టీ బదులుగా మెడిసిన్ ప్లాంట్స్ దాని ద్వారా వచ్చే కషాయం తాగడం, మంచి మిల్లెట్ ఫుడ్ తీసుకోవడం, ఇవన్నీ చేసుకున్నప్పుడే మన ఆరోగ్యం బాగుంటుంది. మన అంతా కూడా హ్యాపీగా ఉంటారు కాబట్టి. ఎందుకంటే ఇప్పుడే స్టూడెంట్స్ ఇప్పటి నుంచే వాళ్ళు ఆరోగ్యంగా ఉండాలంటే ప్రతి ఒక్కళ్ళు కూడా ఏదో ఒక సమస్య ఉంది. కళ్ళతో పెట్టుకోవడం కానీ దగ్గర నుంచి మోకాళ్ళ నొప్పులు కానీ, ఈ వయసులోనే మోకాళ్ళ నొప్పులు ఉన్నాయి, కీళ్ళ నొప్పులు ఉన్నాయి, ఇవన్నీ కూడా ఉన్నాయి. అంటే మనకి టెక్నాలజీ పెరిగే కొంది అండ్ మనకు అనేక రకాల అనారోగ్య సమస్యలు వస్తున్నాయి. ఎందుకంటే సెల్ ఫోన్ 24 అవర్స్లో దాదాపు 18 అవర్స్ మనం వాడుతున్నాం. దానివల్ల అనేక సమస్యలు. మనం బయటికి వెళ్తే సెల్ ఫోన్ లేకుండా పక్కన ఎవరున్నారని కూడా గమనించలేనటువంటి స్థితిలో మనం ఈరోజు ఉన్నాం. ఆ టెక్నాలజీని మన భవిష్యత్ తరాలకి మనం బాగుండడానికి, మన 10 మంది బాగుండడానికి, మన దేశం బాగుండడానికి ఉపయోగించాలి. కానీ మనం ఇతర షార్ట్స్ అనో ఈరోజు కొన్ని డైలీ వందల షార్ట్స్ చూస్తూ ఉంటాం. అవన్నీ కూడా వేస్ట్, అవన్నీ పనికిరాని అనమాట. మనకు కావాల్సిన విజ్ఞానాన్ని, మనం కావాల్సిన టెక్నాలజీని తీసుకోవడానికి మాత్రమే సెల్ ఫోన్ వాడుకోవాలి. ఆ విధంగా మీరందరూ కూడా ఉపయోగించుకుంటారని నేను ఆశిస్తున్నాను. ఎందుకంటే ఇక్కడ ఈ కాలేజీలో కొంతమంది అగ్రికల్చర్ స్టూడెంట్స్ కూడా ఉంటారు కాబట్టి వాళ్ళకు కూడా, ఎందుకంటే ఫ్యూచర్ అనేది అగ్రికల్చరే కాబట్టి భవిష్యత్తు అంతా కూడా అగ్రికల్చర్తో ముడిపడి ఉంటుంది. మీకు ఇంజనీరింగ్ టెక్నాలజీ కావచ్చు, ఏదైనా కావచ్చు. ఎందుకంటే ఫ్యూచర్ అంతా అగ్రికల్చర్ మీద డిపెండ్ అయ్యి మీ యొక్క భవిష్యత్తు కూడా అగ్రికల్చర్తో లింకప్ అయి ఉంటుంది. ఎందుకంటే చాలామంది ఇంజనీర్లు కావచ్చు అగ్రికల్చర్లో, ఎందుకంటే చాలామంది అగ్రికల్చర్ రావాలంటేనే భయపడుతుంటారు. బిడ్డగా చెప్పుకోవడానికే నామోషి అవుతుంటుంది. ఎందుకంటే ధైర్యంగా చెప్పుకునే అవకాశం అవసరం ఇప్పుడు ఫ్యూచర్లో ఉంది. ఎందుకంటే రైతు బిడ్డకే అమ్మాయిని పెళ్లి చేసే రోజులు ముందు ముందు ఉంటాయి. ఎందుకంటే చాలామంది ఈరోజు రైతు కుటుంబం అంటేనే చిన్నచూపు చూసే పరిస్థితి ఉంది. ఫ్యూచర్ అంతా కూడా మన భవిష్యత్తు అంతా వ్యవసాయమే కాబట్టి, మంచి ఫుడ్ న్యాచురల్ ఫార్మింగే కాబట్టి ప్రతి ఒక్కరూ కూడా మీ యొక్క పేరెంట్స్ని కూడా న్యాచురల్ ఫార్మింగ్ మళ్లించాలి. మీరు తీసుకునే ఆహారం కూడా న్యాచురల్ ఫుడ్డే తీసుకోవాలి. ఎందుకంటే మీరు తీసుకునే ఆహారం బట్టే మీ యొక్క భవిష్యత్తు కూడా డిపెండ్ అవుతుంది. ఎందుకంటే మీ భవిష్యత్తు ఆనందంగా ఆహ్లాదంగా ఉండాలంటే మంచి ఆహారం తీసుకోవాలి. జంక్ ఫుడ్ బిర్యానీ లేదంటే చికెన్ లేదా లెగ్ పీస్లో చికెన్ 65 అని మటన్ 65 అని ఇవన్నీ కూడా అనవసరమైన ఫుడ్డే. ఏది కూడా మన ఆరోగ్యానికి ఇచ్చేది కాదు. అందువల్ల దయచేసి మీరందరూ కూడా మంచి ఆహారం తీసుకోండి. మన లైఫ్ స్టైల్ కూడా మార్చుకోవాల్సిన అవసరం ఉంది. ఎందుకంటే మన లైఫ్ స్టైల్ అనేది ఎలా ఉందంటే ఇప్పుడు ఈరోజు మార్నింగ్ 6 o'clock కాఫీ, టీ, 8 o'clock లంచ్ బ్రేక్ఫాస్ట్, మళ్ళీ 1 o'clock లంచ్, మళ్ళీ 3 o'clock స్నాక్స్, మళ్ళీ 10 o'clock డిన్నర్. అట్లా మన పొట్టలో ఏది ఖాళీ లేకుండా డైజెషన్ కాకుండానే మనం తీసుకునే ఆహారం మళ్ళీ మన మలబద్ధకం సమస్యలు కానీ అనేక రకాల సమస్యలు అవుతున్నాయి. ఎవరైతే ఆకలి అయితే తినేవాళ్ళో వాళ్ళే ఆరోగ్యంగా ఉంటారు. ఆకలి కాకుండా మనం టైం అయిపోతుంది, మన లంచ్ టైం అయిపోయింది, 1 o'clock పొద్దున్న తిన్నాం, బ్రేక్ఫాస్ట్ ఫుల్ తిన్నాం, కానీ మనకి 1 o'clock ఆకలి అవ్వదు. కానీ మన లంచ్ టైం అయిపోయింది, లంచ్ టైం అయితే మనం తినాలి, మళ్ళీ అందువల్ల మనం ఆ టైంకి తింటాం. అందువల్ల అనేక రకాల అనారోగ్య సమస్యలు వస్తున్నాయి. అందువల్ల మీరు దయచేసి మీరు ఆకలి అయితేనే ఏదైనా తినండి. కొంతమంది ఒక రోజులో ఒకసారి తినేవాళ్ళు కూడా ఉంటారు. ఎందుకంటే వాళ్ళు ఆరోగ్యంగా ఉంటారు. ఎందుకంటే మనం 4 పూటలు 5 పూటలు తిని మనం వర్క్ చేయం కాబట్టి, మన ఫిజికల్ వర్క్ ఉండదు కాబట్టి మనకి అనారోగ్య సమస్యలు వస్తాయి. ఫిజికల్ వర్క్ ఎవరు చేస్తారు? ఫార్మర్స్ చేస్తారు. అదే మెకానికల్ కానీ ఇంజనీర్ కానీ చాలామంది ఫిజికల్ వర్క్ చేసేవాళ్ళు ఆరోగ్యంగానే ఉంటారు. మనం ఫిజికల్ వర్క్ చేయని వాళ్ళు మాత్రం ఈ రకరకాల ఫుడ్లు తిని అనారోగ్య సమస్యలు అవడానికి అవకాశం ఉంది. దయచేసి మీరందరూ కూడా స్టూడెంట్స్ కాబట్టి ఆరోగ్యం మీద దృష్టి పెట్టండి. ఎందుకంటే ఆరోగ్యం అనేది చాలా ప్రధానం కాబట్టి మన ఫ్యూచర్ పిల్లలు కానీ మన భవిష్యత్తు మీరు హ్యాపీగా మ్యారేజ్ లైఫ్ కూడా ఎంజాయ్ చేసే పరిస్థితి లేదు ఈరోజు. ఎందుకంటే దాదాపు ఏ ఏజ్లో ఎంజాయ్ చేయాలో, ఏ ఏజ్లో మ్యారేజ్ చేసుకోవాలో కూడా ఆ లిమిట్ కూడా క్రాస్ అయిపోయింది. అందరూ కూడా 30 తర్వాత మేము సెటిల్ అవ్వాలి, లేదంటే మేము ఇంజనీర్ అవ్వాలి, లేదంటే ఒక డాక్టర్ అవ్వాలి అని ఒక్కరికి అంబిషన్ తోటి ఎప్పుడో 30 తర్వాత మ్యారేజ్ చేసుకోవడం, లేదా 35 తర్వాత మ్యారేజ్ చేసుకోవడం, ఇవన్నీ కూడా ఏ టైంలో ఏం చేయాలో అది చేస్తేనే మనం ఆరోగ్యంగా ఉంటాం. అలాగే మన ఫ్యామిలీ కుటుంబం, ఎందుకంటే మన కల్చర్ అనేది, మన ఇండియన్ కల్చర్ అనేది కుటుంబంతో బలపడి ఉంటుంది. ఎందుకంటే మనం ఫారెన్ కల్చర్ కాదు. మన ఫారెన్ కల్చర్ అంటే ఎవరికి వాళ్ళే ఇండివిజువల్గా ఉంటారు. అది మన కల్చర్ ఏంటంటే మనందరం కూడా సమైక్య జీవనం లాగా ఉంటుంది. ఎందుకంటే మనందరం కూడా ఇతర కుటుంబాలతో కానీ కలిసిగా ఉంటాం, మన కుటుంబం పెద్దగా ఉంటాం, అందరూ కూడా హ్యాపీగా ఉంటాం. మన సంస్కృతి సాంప్రదాయాలు వాటిని మీరందరూ కూడా వండిపుచ్చుకొని అందరూ కూడా హ్యాపీగా ఉంటారని నేను ఆశిస్తున్నాను. అలాగే మేము రైతు నేస్తం ఫౌండేషన్ అనే గుంటూరు దగ్గర కొన్నపాడు అనే గ్రామంలో మేము 2016లో ఫౌండేషన్ ఏర్పాటు చేసాము. అక్కడ ప్రతి ఆదివారం కూడా ట్రైనింగ్ ఉంటుంది ఆర్గానిక్ ఫార్మింగ్ మీద. అలాగే అగ్రియాలజీ ఏదైతే మన షీప్ కానీ, గోల్డ్ కానీ, మేకలు కానీ వీటి మీద కూడా అన్నీ కూడా అక్కడ ట్రైనింగ్ ఇస్తూ ఉంటాం. ఎవరైనా అగ్రికల్చర్ స్టూడెంట్స్ మీ యూనివర్సిటీ ద్వారా వస్తే కనుక మేము ఉచితంగా కూడా వాటిని అవేర్నెస్ చేయటం, అలాగే అక్కడ జరుగుతున్న ఫార్మింగ్ కానీ, అలాగే ఫుడ్ ప్రాసెసింగ్ కానీ, అంటే ఏదైతే మనకు వాల్యుయేషన్ చేసుకుంటామో, ఏదైతే రైతు పండించిన తర్వాత వాటిని ఏ విధంగా అమ్ముకొని, ఎందుకంటే బై ప్రొడక్ట్ చేసుకొని అమ్ముకుంటేనే రైతుకి ఇన్కమ్ ఉంటుంది. అందువల్ల వాటిని ఏ విధంగా బై ప్రొడక్ట్ చేసుకోవచ్చు, దాన్ని ఏ విధంగా ఫుడ్ ప్రాసెసింగ్ చేస్తానని కూడా మీరు డైరెక్ట్గా చూడటానికి అవకాశం ఉంది అగ్రికల్చర్ స్టూడెంట్స్. ఎందుకంటే వాళ్ళకి ప్రాక్టికల్ ఎక్స్పీరియన్స్ చాలా ఇంపార్టెంట్. ఎందుకంటే చాలామంది రైతులు ఫార్మర్స్ డైరెక్ట్గా అమ్మేస్తూ ఉంటారు. అందువల్ల వాళ్ళకి ఇన్కమ్ తక్కువ వస్తుంది. అందువల్ల వాటికి సంబంధించిన వాల్యుయేషన్ సంబంధించిన ఇంప్లిమెంట్స్ కానీ, ఇంజనీరింగ్ పరికరాలు కానీ, ఫుడ్ ప్రాసెసింగ్ కూడా మేము అక్కడ ఏర్పాటు చేస్తున్నాం. వాటి ద్వారా చాలామంది కాలేజీల నుంచి మా దగ్గరికి ఇంటర్న్షిప్ కోసం వస్తుంటారు. 45 days కానీ, 6 months కానీ. అలాగే ప్రతి వారం కూడా అనేక మంది స్కూల్ నుంచి విద్యార్థులు వస్తూ ఉంటారు. ఎందుకంటే వాళ్ళకి అవేర్నెస్ ఇప్పటి నుంచే కనుక చేసినట్టయితే మనం ఏం తింటున్నామో, ఏమి మనం చేస్తున్నాం అనేది ప్రాక్టికల్ తెలియాలి. ఎందుకంటే ఏ ఫుడ్ తింటామో కూడా ఈరోజు తెలియదు. అందువల్ల అక్కడ మొక్కల మీద ఇంట్రెస్ట్ చూపించడం, ప్రతి ఒక్కరూ కూడా మొక్కల మీద ఇంట్రెస్ట్ చూపినప్పుడే మీ యొక్క మనసు కూడా చాలా చల్లగా ఆహ్లాదంగా ఉంటుంది. ఎందుకంటే మీరు మొక్కల మీద ప్రేమ లేనప్పుడు ఇతరుల మీద కూడా ప్రేమ చూపించలేరు. ఎప్పుడైతే జీవుల పట్ల వీటి పట్ల ప్రేమ కలుగుతారో ప్రతి ఒక్కరు కూడా ఇతరుల పట్ల కూడా ప్రేమ కలుగుతుంది. ఎందుకంటే మనం ఈరోజు మీ యొక్క ఫ్రెండ్ ఎవరంటే ఓన్లీ సెల్ ఫోనే, ఇంకెవరు లేరు. పక్క వాళ్ళు ఇక్కడ ఎవరిని కూడా పట్టించుకునే పరిస్థితి లేదు. అర్బన్లో కానీ లేదంటే గ్రామాల్లో కూడా ఈరోజు ప్రతి ఒక్కరికి సెల్ ఫోన్ ఇస్తే చాలు, ఇంకా ఏ మైకంలో ఉంటారు. అందువల్ల దయచేసి మీరు సెల్ ఫోన్లో వాడండి, హ్యాపీగా ఉండండి. మీ యొక్క ఫుడ్ని కూడా మంచి ఎంజాయ్ చేయండి. మిల్లెట్స్ తోటి మేము అక్కడ మీకు కావాల్సిన అన్ని సౌకర్యాలు కూడా ఏర్పాటు చేస్తాం. మా రైతు ఫౌండేషన్లో మీరు 3 days కానీ 4 days కానీ అక్కడ ఉండటానికి కూడా మేము స్టే చేయడానికి కూడా అవకాశం ఉంది. అందువల్ల ప్రతి ఒక్కరు కూడా ఆ కార్యక్రమాన్ని కూడా చూసి మా దగ్గర ఒక దేశీయ జాతులు ఒక 45 ఆవులు కూడా ఉన్నాయి. మనం కేవలం దేశీయ జాతులని ప్రోత్సహించాలి. మన దేశీయ యొక్క ఆవుల యొక్క పాలలోనే పెరుగులోనే మంచి ఆరోగ్య పోషకాలని చెప్పి భావించి మేము వాటిని కూడా డెవలప్ చేస్తున్నాం. అందువల్ల మష్రూమ్స్ కానీ మష్రూమ్ యూనిట్ కానీ ఎవరైనా ఎంటర్ప్రెన్యూర్గా కావాలంటే అక్కడ కనుక వస్తే మహిళలు కానీ ఎవరైనా కేవలం మీరు ఇంజనీర్లో సాఫ్ట్వేర్లో లేదంటే డాక్టర్లో అవ్వాల్సిన అవసరం లేదు. అగ్రికల్చర్లో చాలా అవకాశాలు ఉన్నాయి. ఫ్యూచర్లో ఫుడ్ ప్రాసెసింగ్ కావచ్చు, లేదంటే ఇంజనీరింగ్ ఇంప్లిమెంట్స్ కావచ్చు. ఎందుకంటే టెక్నాలజీ పెరుగుతుంది కాబట్టి మన సైన్స్ని ఉపయోగించుకొని అనేక రకాలుగా ఒక భవిష్యత్తు అగ్రికల్చర్ ఇంజనీర్గా మీరందరూ కూడా తీర్చిదిద్దుతారని మీరు అవుతారని చెప్పి నేను ఆశిస్తున్నాను. ఎందుకంటే మనకి అందరూ కూడా అగ్రికల్చర్లో కొంతమంది రావాలి. అందరూ కూడా సాఫ్ట్వేర్లు డాక్టర్లు అవ్వాల్సిన పని లేదు. అగ్రికల్చర్ భవిష్యత్తు కాబట్టి మనందరం కూడా అగ్రికల్చర్ కుటుంబం నుంచి వచ్చాం కాబట్టి ప్రతి ఒక్కరూ కూడా వ్యవసాయాన్ని వ్యవసాయం పంటలు పండించే రైతుని ప్రతి ఒక్కరు కూడా గుర్తుపెట్టుకోవాలి. తినేటప్పుడు మనం తీసుకునే ఆహారం ముందు కనీసం ఎవరు పండిస్తున్నారనేది గుర్తు రావాలి. మనం తినే ఆహారం ఎలాంటిదని కూడా తెలుసుకోవాలి. అలాంటిది ఎవరు తీసుకోరు. తింటాం గవ్వ తినేయడం అది ఏంటనే తెలియదు. వాడు జంక్ ఫుడ్ ఇచ్చాడా లేకపోతే ఏ ఫుడ్ ఇచ్చాడు దాంట్లో ఏం వేసాడు అనేది ఎవరికీ అనవసరం. తెలుసుకోవాలి. మనం తీసుకునే ఆహారం ఎలాంటిదని తెలుసుకోవాలి, తినాలి. మనం వంటిల్లే క్షేమకరమైన ఆరోగ్యానికి పునాది. ఎందుకంటే మనం వంటిల్లో ఈరోజు మర్చిపోయాం చాలామంది. వంటిల్లో వేసి బయట నుంచి పార్సిల్ తెప్పించుకోవడం, లేదంటే జొమాటో ఉంది కాబట్టి జొమాటో నుంచి ఆర్డర్ తెప్పించుకోవడం, మనం ఇంటి దగ్గరలోపే మనకి ఇంట్లోకి ఆహ్వానిస్తుంది అన్నమాట జొమాటో ఫుడ్. అలా అయిపోయింది మన పరిస్థితి. అందువల్ల దయచేసి మీరు కనీసం మీరు ఇంటికి వెళ్ళిన తర్వాత మీ పేరెంట్స్ దగ్గర మీ ఇంట్లో మీరే వండుకోవచ్చు. ఎందుకంటే ఈరోజు సమాన భాగస్వామ్యం లేడీస్ కూడా ఉంది కాబట్టి ఈరోజు జెంట్స్ కూడా పిల్లలు కూడా యువకులు కూడా వంట నేర్చుకోవాల్సిన అవసరం అయితే ఉంది. ఫ్యూచర్లో రివర్స్ అవుతుంది. ఎందుకంటే ఇంట్లో అందుకని సమానంగా అందరూ ఉద్యోగాలు చేస్తున్నారు కాబట్టి అందరికీ సమాన భాగస్వామ్యం ఉంటుంది. వంట విషయంలో కానీ ఏ విషయంలో పని విషయంలో కానీ సమాన భాగస్వామ్యం కాబట్టి ఇప్పటి నుంచే విద్యార్థులు కూడా వంట నేర్చుకోవాలని చెప్పి నేను కోరుకుంటున్నాను. అలాగే ఈ కార్యక్రమాన్ని ఆహ్వానించిన పెద్దలు అందరికీ కూడా మేనేజ్మెంట్కి అధ్యాపక వర్గానికి మరొకసారి ధన్యవాదాలు తెలియజేసుకుంటూ జై జవాన్ జై కిసాన్. ఒక్కసారి మీరందరూ కూడా జై జవాన్ జై కిసాన్ అని ఒక్కసారి నా అనాలని కోరుకుంటాను. జై జవాన్ జై కిసాన్. థ్యాంక్ యూ.
Thank you so much, sir. Now may I request our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Dr. S.V. Kotareddy, sir, to speak a few words and introduce Padma Shri awardee, Dr. Wali, to all of you. Please, sir.
Good morning, everyone. Chief guest, respected Dr. Kadravali Dudekula Garu, Padma Shri awardee and Millet Man of India. The guest of honor, Shri Yadlapalli Venkateshwara Garu, Padma Shri awardee and Chairman VIT Nestam Foundation. Registrar Dr. Jagadish Chandra Muruganti, Dean SAS Professor S. Srinivas, Director IAEC Dr. Amit Chavan, Associate Dean SAS Dr. M. Venkata Rajnikant, Convener Dr. K. Shantil, distinguished guests, delegates, faculty and staff members, research scholars and their students. I am very delighted to welcome you all to this National Science Day celebrations at VIT-AP University, organized by the School of Advanced Sciences and Innovation Incubation Entrepreneurship Cell. My hearty congratulations to the School of Advanced Sciences and the IIEC to organize this National Science Day celebrations. The goal of the National Science Day is to inspire and motivate students to pursue career in sciences and take India to the next level. The theme for National Science Day 2024 is the indigenous technologies for Vikasit Bharat. This is a perfect theme because recently we have been listening this word Vikasit Bharat. That means the developed country or the developed India. Now that is the vision of the present government of India. They announced that by 2047 we should be developed country. Actually, it won't happen just like that. There are many areas we have to improve, and many areas we have to excel. Then only the country will become the developed country. There are many areas where actually what is the current status and what should be our focus. Now, on this occasion, I would like to talk on few areas which are relevant to the education institutions. Particularly, if you see the economy of India, then we are the 5th largest economy in the world with $3.4 trillion US. Above us, the USA, China, Japan, and Germany are there. And India will become the 3rd largest economy by 2027-28. That's what actually the government is expecting with $5 trillion US. That is actually we will become 3rd. Probably USA will be number 1, China, and 3rd will become the India. But that is 2027 and 2028. And another estimate is also there. That is to become Vikasit Bharat, this 5 trillion has to move very ahead of this 5 trillion. By 2047, we should become 30 trillion US. Then we will become the developed country. Now, from right now 3.42, it has to go to 30 trillion. That means almost 10 times our economy has to grow. Then, to bring that, there are many areas we need to improve. That means we all have, each and every person of the country, each and every citizen of the country has a role to play. And particularly the education sector. Now, any country to become developed country, the education should be very good. That means the gross enrollment ratio should be very high. At present, we are at 27% in India. Now, this has to become 50% by 2035. Okay, then the development by 2047 will become developed country. And to bring to reforms in the education, the government actually brought the NEP 2020. We all know that National Education Policy 2020. But that has to be implemented effectively in all education institutions. Then only we will be able to achieve the target. And another thing is, one more point mentioned in the NEP 2020. The country requires, India requires the multidisciplinary and large universities. VIT is playing a big role in that. VIT as group. VIT Vellore, you all know that more than 40,000 students. And VIT Chennai, we have around 20,000 students. VIT-AP, 14,000 students. VIT Bhopal again, 14,000 students. More than 80,000 students, VIT is taking, that way educating. Now, similarly, all IITs, NITs, and other government institutions also should increase their seats because we need large number of students in universities. That means many universities should have the large number of students. But then only all will get the education. And another area I would like to talk on the research. Now, what is the present scenario in India and where we need to grow and how we need to grow? The present scenario is in the scientific citable documents counts from the Scopus Index journals. The country-wise, if you see, China is at 7,44,000, United States 6,24,000, United Kingdom 1,98,000, India 1,91,000. Now we are at the fourth place. Now we need to move in this ranking also. That means as we are thinking about moving from fifth place to third place, here also we should move to fourth to second or first. I mean it has to be done. Otherwise, it is impossible to get the Vikasit Bharat status. Now, if you see the difference, China and India. See, China at 7,44,000 and India is at 1,91,000. The gap is, though we are at fourth position, the gap is large. Therefore, India requires the quality papers as well as the quantity papers. Quantity as well as quality, both have to be improved. So now VIT is again as a group is doing a wonderful job in the research activities, and VIT Vellore is publishing the Scopus Index journal more than any IITs, top in the list in the country, VIT Vellore. Now we are also following the footsteps of VIT Vellore, VIT-AP also. VIT-AP is publishing papers in Scopus Index journals. As emerging university, we are doing extremely good job. As of now, we published 2,300 papers in Scopus Index journals, and especially last year, in the 2023 calendar year, we published 1,037 papers, 1,047 papers. It's a great achievement of all our faculty members, research scholars, and students. Yes or no? I think everybody is very serious. Okay, then anyway. Coming to the another area where India has to focus on innovation. And on innovation, again our country is at fifth position. But patent applications, if you see, in 2021 data I have, that is China 15,85,000 patents, USA 5,91,000, Japan 2,89,000, Korea, Republic of Korea 2,37,000. Whereas India is 61,000. You see, where is 15 lakhs of China and where is 61,000? So there is a huge gap. Now we need to actually bridge this gap. We need to accelerate on patent publications and patent filing. Now India is again doing our patent offices, particularly India has taken some good decision that they have reduced the fee required for publication of the patent or filing the patent. It's a good sign. Around 40 to 50% cost has come down. But the numbers are not growing in the same proportion. And then therefore, all education institutions have to file more and more patents and get the patent publications. At VIT-AP University, again, we are doing our best. Like we published so far 494 patents, and it's again a big achievement. As emerging university, we are number one in the country in patent publication. So now, as education institutions, we are playing our role, and therefore all institutions in the country should think in the same direction, so that we become Vikasit Bharat. But there is a role of government, the central government also to play. That is actually, we are not spending enough money for the research and development compared to the other nations, particularly the developed nations like USA. And in fact, I'll give you some example. South Korea spends 4.8% of their GDP for the research, and USA also spends around 3.45% of their GDP for the research, and China spends around 2.4%. But whereas India spends only 0.7% of GDP for the research and development activities. Government has to take it up, and then only once the spending is more, and if education institutions and research institutions are taking the advantage of that, then the more number of publications and more number of innovations will happen, and the country will develop. I request all faculty members who are sitting here, apart from delivering the good lectures to the students and making them good citizens, help the country by publishing more papers and more patents. And as part of the National Science Day celebrations, we are also conducting, organizing one industry conclave by our Innovation, Incubation and Entrepreneurship Cell. Basically, why we are organizing this? To bridge the gap between industry and university. In Western countries, if you see, the industry goes to the university, particularly USA, because I have seen several universities where the centers of excellence were established by the industries in the universities, and they take they give the consultancy project, they give the research projects to the universities and then get the work done in the universities. But whereas in India, to become Vikasit Bharat, we need to have more collaboration with the industries. Actually, industries should come to universities, then only it is possible. Now, therefore, keeping that in mind, we are organizing this industry conclave, and we are going to sign some MOUs today. We have been signing MOUs with several industries. Like as of now, we signed around 100 MOUs with various industries. These MOUs are for various purposes. One is for the internships and placements, then certifications, industry certifications, and industrial visits and industry guest lectures. Now, this way, our students will be benefited if we have more and more industry collaborations. Keeping that in mind, we are organizing this industry conclave today. And with all these efforts, I mean, in research and innovation side and collaboration side, with all these efforts, VIT-AP University ranked number 1 among emerging state private universities in India in Outlook ranking in 2022 as well as in 2023. 2 consecutive years, we are number 1 in the country under emerging state private universities. This achievement is the result of hard work and commitment of all our faculty members, research scholars and students. And we need to get more and more rankings, and we wanted to retain our position as number 1 in the country under emerging universities. And with all these achievements, there is a force behind us, that is our leadership, our management. On this occasion, I would like to express our sincere gratitude to our visionary leadership, starting from our Honorable Chancellor, Dr. V. Vishwanathan sir, our Vice Presidents, Sri Shankar Vishwanathan sir, Dr. Shekhar Vishwanathan sir, Dr. G. V. Salam sir, for their constant support and guidance. I have some more achievements of our university because of lack of time, because we have to give more time to our chief guest, because a lot of things to learn from him. Before I conclude, I would like to appreciate the efforts of Dean SAS Professor S. Srinivas, Associate Dean Dr. M. Venkatrajnikant, Convener Dr. Shentil, and Director IAEC Dr. Amit Chauhan, and all faculty members and faculty and staff members and research scholars and students to organize this National Science Day celebration successfully. I wish you all the very best and take the advantage of the chief guest and the guest of honor today. They are with us, and we can have the interactions afterwards also. I wish you all the very best. Thank you. I have another role to play. Now I will introduce our chief guest. I am very delighted to introduce Dr. Kadavali Dudekul. He is a distinguished Indian food scientist and agricultural expert from Kadapa district in Andhra Pradesh, widely recognized as the millet man of India. Holding a PhD degree in steroid biochemistry from Indian Institute of Science, Bangalore, Dr. Dudekula has significantly contributed to sustainable agriculture and public health. He pioneered the innovative Kadu Krishi technique, which integrates 38 varieties of millets with diverse crops, promoting sustainable farming practices. Dr. Dudekula's holistic approach to health led to the establishment of the Hasuru Honey Homeo Clinic in Mysore, where he combines food systems with homeopathic medicine. Through active community engagement, he educates on the nutritional benefits of millets, sustainable farming methods, and preventive nutrition. As the founder of the Millet Network of India, Dr. Dudekla fosters connections among farmers, researchers, and consumers to promote the resilient food system. His exemplary contributions have been recognized with prestigious awards, including the Padma Shri Award 2023 and BRICS CCI Sustainable Agricultural Visionary Award, Ahimsa Rahashistri Award by Jain Samaj, Mysore in 2015, Krishnaratna Award in 2021 by Raitu National Foundation. Dr. Dudekla's dedication continues to impact India's food security and public health landscape, inspiring global adoption of sustainable food practices. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together to welcome our millet man of India. Now I request Dr. Kadir Wali sir to deliver his speech.
Good afternoon, everyone. C.V. Raman was awarded Nobel Prize in 1930. And there are hardly any Nobel Prize winners from India, maybe 3 or 4. Do you know why? We don't work. There is no science. We don't have scientific attitude. Who said Earth goes around Sun? It's called heliocentric way. Who said that? From here it says Aryabhatta. Galileo tried to confirm what Copernicus said. Till then, the Catholic Church believed that sun is going around the earth. In fact, they wanted to kill Copernicus. And the present day scientific world, you Google, you do everything, and it doesn't say Aryabhatta. Hundreds and thousands of years ago, Aryabhatta has calculated even the distance between them. Everything was there in it. So this is science for you. So Copernicus, who said Earth is going around sun, then Galileo said, I have some instrument and what this fellow is trying to say is right. They both were haunted. And now that particular part of the world, Western world, dictates what science is. The same way, in the name of green revolution, in the name of white revolution, in the name of pink revolution, now that they are spinning right now, the biological world has been on a completely wrong axis. And that is the reason why we have now 8% of our kids, type 1 diabetes, 8% of our kids born or mentally retarded, 8% of our kids have got hole in the heart, and 8% of the kids do not know who they are. Have you understood my sentence? And 8% of the kids are absolutely ADHDs, and 8% of the kids are physically handicapped. How many times did I tell you the number 8%, 8%? I told 6 times. There is 48% of the kids are dysfunctional in the last 10 to 15 years. And sadly, there are no Italians born for the last 3 years. The Germany's average age is 53. Americans' average age is 41, despite the immigrants pouring into that country. And there are no Japanese born, they are looking for robots. And here you are trying to celebrate Science Day. Following this Western model, we have now got 43% of the agriculturable land has become desert, barren land. And sorry, I'm out and out of the box guy, okay? So many things that are being told to you by many places, many so-called great scientists, all 99% of the time I disagree. Like, we need to become Viksit Bharat by 2047. 2047 there will be no kids in India because IVF centers are growing. There are no kids born. Europe is begging for people to come and stay because the countries are disappearing because they have not understood what is going on. They continue, and we want to follow those guys because we are ordering pizza, pulao in Zomato, Swiggy. And you think, why Zomato, Swiggy? We will order by drones. Drones will come and feed you directly. I have technology, GPS, it will follow me, it will trace you. And we are awed by these so-called technological advances. Believe me, you will not bear a kid. Forget about bearing kid. You cannot shit properly tomorrow onwards. Because our food is gone wrong. Because they have been patenting the rights of the seeds. The food that you are eating, rice, wheat, sugar, Sunday, Monday, cow, Monday. Great Tendulkar comes and sells steroids. Ajay Devgan, Shah Rukh Khan, Akshay Kumar, come and sell gutka. You kids have watched the so-called cricket match, World Cup, 30 days, glued to the TV, 6 hours a day. And each day, this advertisement played for 28 minutes. In fact, you watch the cricket only for 2 hours, 28 minutes, the remaining all advertisements. This is corporatization of lives, corporatization of food. The food is corporatized. Can you believe how stupid can we be? Rice and wheat do not grow on this planet naturally. In the name of Green Revolution, they patented the seeds and then said this is premium food. And thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of years, human race did not eat rice and wheat. Rice and wheat, when eaten, immediately dumps all the glucose into your bloodstream, and your bloodstream should not be having more than 5 grams per glucose at any given point of time. That's called homeostasis. I'm not going to go into detailed physiology, but basic, fundamental basic. It's called homeostasis. If you disturb the homeostasis of the blood, you invite all the diseases. That means you do not need sugar. If you eat sugar, within 2 minutes, from your buccal cavity itself, it enters, because there are carbohydrate hydrolyzing enzymes even in your saliva. That means we are not supposed to put a single milligram of sugar in your mouth, and that is science. But do you know India alone produces 83 lakh tons of sugar per year? And of course, liquor also along with it. It is for liquor we have been devastating the agricultural land with sugar cane, which actually consumes 28,000 liters of water per kilo sugar produced. And if you have one sugar mill or whatever you call, sugar, what do you call? Sugar factory. Can you believe that? We have sugar factories, and around which 18, what do you have? If you have one sugar factory, around which 18 distilleries, that makes your liquor. August scientists, August country administrators, all are eagerly coming, waiting for every year 1st of January. And our Bangalore front headlines on 1st January morning. Bangalore alone made 380 crores of profit selling liquor on 31st night. And the next page, the Abakari minister, it should be 480 crores by next year. The target is fixed. And then, here we have agricultural scientists publishing paper after paper, having patents, taking the rights of the seeds. And how do I increase the yield of sugar cane? We don't need a milligram of it. If you eat sugar, pathogenicity increases in your bloodstream because homeostasis of the blood is disturbed in a matter of 5 minutes. Am I making sense? Most often people tell me, Father talks nonsense. And do you know, out of so many kids here, you will not bear kids. Almost 60% of you have to go to IVF centers. I am 100% sure of it. Because your polycystic ovary disease is there for 40% of the girls right now. The kids do not have sperms, young boys and girls, I am talking both. That's because India now produces what am I going to say? Let me just say, guess, any of you. The highest amount of milk on this planet. Who produces milk? Who produces milk? Cow. There are no cows on this planet other than India actually. These guys borrowed one of our cows and then did genetic modifications, IVF every day, in vitro fertilization. They take the sperm of the bulls and then put it into the cows and produce techniques, of course patents. And then each cow now gives 30 to 35 liters of milk. They use antibiotics, steroids on a regular basis every day, and that is the business end of it. And all these $1 trillion businesses, all these are involved there. So America makes this much money, China makes this much money, all that money is actually coming from this kind of nonsensical activities. And then the milk is produced, and in America and Europe, mothers did not want to feed their babies. All at a sudden they said, oh, we have here milk, we got some cows from India, those cows do not produce even 1 liter of milk, and our cows are producing 30 liters of milk. We are A1, not number 1, we are A and number 1. So A1 milk, this Jersey, HF, all these names they patented, they said we are number 1, we have, our cows are A1 milk. And then all at a sudden Indian cows became A2. That's A2 milk for you. So if you have desi cows, hey, come on, this is 1 liter. I have 30 liters. So all at a sudden, all over the world, these technologies of introducing IVF, sperms into the cows, and then you have dairy industry, white revolution. So the green revolution fellows spun and then made all the food of the planet, diversified foods, 200 varieties of millets called C4 grasses, which actually are 6,000 varieties on this planet, covering 90% of the earth's soil, have been removed from the plates of the human race. Can you believe everyone is eating rice and wheat and nothing else? How stupid can human race be? No one questioned how can rice and wheat be our food. It's not at all food, non-like, because rice and wheat send glucose within 15 minutes into your bloodstream, disturbing the homeostasis of the blood. And to manage the excess glucose, the liver, the pancreas, the spleen, the endocrine system works emergency, converts them into glucose, to cholesterol, triglycerides, fat, meat, and hence all the so-called modern day diseases. Cholesterol, take a tablet. Triglycerides, take a tablet. Thyroid issues, take a tablet. BP, take a tablet. Diabetes, take a tablet. And you go and ask the doctor, sir, how long do I take this tablet? Pagla, lifelong you have to take. And these are all experts. In the first place, all these stupid diseases have appeared because you have disturbed the homeostasis of the glucose. Imbalanced glucose is the source of all your diseases. Does any doctor on this planet tell you, don't eat rice, wheat, sugar? And no one has questioned till today. And that's not our food at all, scientifically. Absolute miscalculated. And till today, no doctor tells you, do not eat rice, eat anything you want, take this tablet. And that's the condition. Sorry, with all due respect. Your food is gone wrong. You are not able to maintain the homeostasis of the blood in the first place, and you create a host of diseases, and then you have another expertise managing that with tablets and scans. And you go to these hospitals, what do you get? You get tablets, injections, operations, scans. Have you got your health? Sorry, you have lost in your kitchen and you are searching in the hospitals. You can clap loudly. This is the sad story of human race. Human race is going to disappear. 2047 he said this. All that is humbug. There are no kids going to be born. Only in India, because we didn't follow these guys strictly, we still have 38 crores of functional kids. You understand the word functional kids? That means you can do something or the other. When I tell you, you do something, you do. In China, mentally retarded kids are almost 18%. That means the sperm and the ovum are not healthy. You understand what I am talking? Food is gone wrong because we have not defined food till today. Because it is done by the businesses. There is no science. And I am trying to tell the human race, this is not our food. Food must be maintaining the homeostasis of the first characteristics. Till today, no one has even used glucose imbalance word. When you have glucose imbalance in your bloodstream, it can cause microbial imbalance, and microbes are the reason why this planet exists, because it is they who absorb water from the clouds. Hygroscopic bacteria residing on all the plants and leaves are the reason why you have rains. Otherwise the sun dries up the water from the ocean and the clouds and they will never come back. And 94% of the planet is actually once before occupied by the grasses called C4 grasses, where they fix the carbon dioxide into glucose by C4 mechanism, from oxaloacetic acid, a stable carbon 4 unit, to C6, where there is no requirement for water. Whereas rice and wheat, C3 grasses, which are very rare and limited context, limited temperature range, and that these green revolution experts, so-called experts, chose because they have the fertilizer-based, water-based grasses. So if you give water and fertilizer, they increase the yield, and they said this is the green revolution, and made everyone not eat the food that they were eating in their places. They said this is coarse grains, this is bird feed, this is pig feed, this is animal feed, this is primitive food. So all of a sudden, all over the world, people who are eating C4 grasses, millets food became primitive, became animal food eaters. So all of a sudden there was dearth for food all over the planet, including India. Actually there was no dearth for food, but you are all told we didn't have food, so we have to import this so-called PL48, some stupid wheat. And wheat, of course, has some more problems other than releasing glucose suddenly into your bloodstream. It has also called gluten, one stupid protein which is absolutely an enemy to our celiac region, where the absorption of nutrients takes place. And celiac diseases, and all these experts do not even mention that it is because of wheat. Because they can spin tablet after tablet, tablet after tablet, and the $1 to $2 trillion industry now, pharmaceutical industry. And that is science for you. So what I am trying to communicate to you is that if your food is right, we don't need all these stupid things. Sorry to use the word stupid. It is by choice. So if your homeostasis of the blood is maintained by the choice of the food, then you eliminate all these diseases. Not eliminate, wipe it out from the planet. Can you play the... Am I making sense? Yeah, this is just like Copernicus said, Earth is rotating around sun. So now I am trying to tell you what you are eating is not the real food. It's not food at all, by definition. And that's how you have all these diseases. Then, can you play that? Oh, you cannot play it. Yeah, just play it. It's a small video, play it. Anyway, it's a small video, play it.
Hi, I'm Shruti. I'm from Bangalore. Last year, my son was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes in the month of September. He was barely 13 at the time. And he had to be rushed to the hospital. He was in the hospital for about 7 days, where his medication or treatment included him taking insulin injections. And even when we got back, we were told that, this is how his life is going to be, where he has to manage his blood sugar levels only with insulin injections, and that he had to take it for about 4 to 5 times a day. And not just that, in the middle of the night, he had to check his blood sugar levels every day so that he doesn't enter a hyperglycemic state. And that is very painful to see, right? Thankfully, on the 9th day after his discharge, our very close relative, because of his experience with Dr. Khader, recommended us to go consult him. So I took my son along to Mysore, and we saw Dr. Khader. Dr. Khader immediately put us at ease. He said, my son does not have to be dependent on insulin injections for the rest of his life, that there was another way that included switching to a millet diet, stopping anything that was processed, stopping milk and milk-related products, switching to an organic diet, and following a good physical regime, that is a good exercise routine. And immediately we started that. Also, Dr. Khader, in his disease protocol, he recommends, for diabetes, he recommends taking concoctions of certain leaves in the morning, and having bull-driven oils. There are 5 types that he recommends for diabetes. So we started doing that for my son. And in a week's time, we could see how his insulin dosage had to be reduced, right? For every meal, in fact, we had started giving him lesser and lesser because his blood sugar levels were getting controlled with lesser dosage of insulin. And believe it or not, at the end of 1 month, we could, stop his medication completely. He was just managing it with whatever Dr. Khader recommends, with the milk diet, with bringing the concoction of certain leaves, with the bull oils, and following a healthy regime. So we're extremely indebted to Dr. Khader for his timely help.
So here we have type 1 diabetes. The whole world declares that it is impossible, incurable disease. How many days she said? 30 days. Wiped out. And he is there. Now it's been 3.5 to 4 years. And hundreds and hundreds of type 1 diabetic kids are away from insulin. They're happy. And I don't know how many lakhs of diabetic patients have cured themselves. I have not even seen that. I have not met them. And I don't intend to. If your food is right, no medicine is needed. In fact, I don't know what headache is basically. I have no idea what headache is. Of course, my wife says, if only you have head. If you do not disturb the homeostasis of the blood runs through to each and every cell in your body and gives the nutrition. There is no reason why your living cells fall sick. And if you have enough exercise, the toxic morbid weights that accumulates when you burn glucose, the chemical energy gets translated into a biological energy called VIT-AP. Of course, you are also called engineers. If biological students, you understand. But I'm trying to make it as simple as possible. Glucose is burned. The electronic energy is trapped into a biological battery called adenosine triphosphate. The phosphate bond, ADP plus phosphate group, you get ATP. And this glucose getting released as carbon dioxide, tumbles down the electrons through cytochrome system and the energy is trapped. This is how it happens. And this happens on the platform called mitochondria in the biological cell. Every cell has mitochondria. So the mitochondria produces the biological battery ATP, and carbon dioxide is released as the glucose burns. And as the glucose from the blood stream is entering the cell, you need a sharper molecule called insulin. It is of course a hormone released by pancreas. That actually is regulated by the amount of glucose that is present in your bloodstream. If you have higher, then it increases higher. And then too much high, the insulin resistance takes place. It doesn't know, it is getting confused. And that's what we are almost, all of us are in. 40% of population is now pre-diabetic. 30 people are already diabetic. And the excess glucose is sitting on the hemoglobin and it is called HbA1c. And as it increases, you become diabetic. And the bacteria within your gut, celiac region start dying and pathogenic bacteria increases. And that is the reason why if you have diabetes, you cannot sustain any oncoming onslaught of microbes. You are gangrene. You have all these infectious diseases affecting the diabetic patients very easily. You understand? This is the basic. I am not trying to go into detailed steps. And then the excess glucose, it could be dumping itself onto the blood cells or converting itself into fat, meat, and then depositing into the blood vessels and blocking, heart block. So the blood pressure patients are created, heart block patients are created, and because there is too much glucose, the blood has become thick. The endocrine systems which are releasing their hormones and juices directly into the bloodstream get their problems elevated, and you have thyroid problem created. Or women, menstrual cycles, the hormones getting confused, you get postponed or you get early, and then on top of it you have got this milk, steroid ridden, you started using coffee, tea, pizza, burger, cheese, all these nonsense things which are not at all your food. First of all, human mother gives milk around 2.5 years old, her breast milk starts evaporating because the digestive enzyme of milk in your tummy is getting switched off genetically. That means milk is not food for human gut, as simple as that. But then these experts are telling milk, complete food, because it's $1 trillion business. Just like liquor. You don't need liquor 1 milliliter, you don't need 1 milligram of glucose or sugar, but this is all business and no experts are talking, this is the way it should be. So you all started drinking milk and the women started menstruating at the age of 8 or 7. Right now I have in the clinic, my daughter's clinic, girls coming with 4 years, girls menstruating. And this happened 35 years ago in America and Europe. In fact, women shave more than men in Europe and America because hormonal imbalance has happened. And same thing is, oh, you can use pink razors for women. You are not getting the joke. Anyway, that's fine. Can you believe this nonsense has happened in the last 50 years and no one has any question about it? In fact, you are not even aware of what I am talking, many of things. In fact, all the experts, most of the people claim Dr. Khader talks nonsense. And I have been talking nonsense only for the last 30 years. Truly, this is the science. And the Western world is not scientific, they are basically business. They package anything and call Whatever they publish is science, and whatever we say is voodoo magic. This is the way the narrative has been built all along. You can publish as many as you want, but there is index. Only in these so-called papers you publish, it is great science. Who is this fellows reviewing? Only they, Oxford, MIT, oh, only then it is science. Otherwise no science. I care two hoots about science. We are here, dying race on this planet. The sustainability of food is at stake. There is no food going to be available because if you continue to eat rice and wheat, you cannot grow. The temperature 2 more degrees, all this rice and wheat kaput, nothing. Then what you can eat is millets because its range is from 10 degrees to 50 degrees. Padma Shri Dr. Yadlapalli Venkateswara Rao has done an experiment in Gunturu at 42 degrees centigrade. He has grown millets on a sand bed. Believe me, the yields are 8% more. And that's what organic farming means. At any given point of time, anywhere, anytime, any place, we can grow food for you. Not for 7 billion, 70 billion people you bring on will give you food. Don't clap, there is no food. Because you people think it's not food. For you, you need pizza, burger, 24/7 pillau. Here we are. This is the crux of the problem. 18% of women are overweight even in small towns. 6.5 feet, human being should not weigh more than 65 kilos. Now 4 feet, women are weighing 180 kilos in America. And you call they are scientifically oriented. And you want to ape those. Are we scientifically oriented? Have you asked a single question? Why am I drinking milk? That too, cow's milk. Cow gives milk for whom? For you to drink coffee and tea 24/7, 5-6 times with a coffee mug, running around, I'm talking science, doing technology, getting patents. %38 of mountainous areas have been devastated for your coffee and tea. And 38% of living rivers have died because you are all drinking coffee and tea, because the mountainous area with wonderful forests, they are the source of our regenerative rivers. Perennial rivers have become annual rivers. Krishna is gone, Kaveri is drying up. All because you are all drinking coffee and tea, for your kind information. Are the environmental experts talking about this? They are saying just plant trees and that's it. The 70% soil on the ground is disappearing because there is no C4 grass holding the top 4-5 inch layers. Because you want to grow rice and wheat, build the dams, cut the forest this side and that side, and you call this as advancement. Am I making sense? And don't tell me you're all scientists. You're not able to produce kid properly. I'm sorry to put it across to you so bluntly, but there's no option because we have no time. Please, bear with me. I am not actually like this. I'm a very shy, I don't want to even talk to persons, people, even to my wife. Actually, my wife was very lively, lovely woman. Now she has become, she doesn't even talk. But the seriousness that I feel from within, I'm so scared that there will be no life form on this planet Earth if we continue to do what we are doing and no one is even talking about it. What I actually feel is that it's been 30 years late. In fact, if it is possible by some means or the others, I want the whole world stop drinking coffee, tea, rice, wheat, anda, munda, all these nonsensical things, so that we become really sustainable, not consuming the planet itself. We are consuming culture. Everything is consumed. In fact, Venkateshwar Rao, in his own style, he is not like me. He is a very nice gentleman. He said, maintain your families, eat less, eat once, it is good. Kannada, I am from Karnataka actually. Though I am born in Kadapa, my whole life is in Karnataka. I am from Mysore. I belong to Mysore. Oppattunduva yogi. Mean the one who eats once a day is yogi. Ippattunduva bhogi. If you eat twice, you are bhogi. Moovattunduva rogi. Nakottunduva etkondu hogi. But then our expert gastroenterologists or whatever big terms they have are requesting all the public to eat every 3 hours. Every 3 hours we should keep eating. They screw up our celiac region with wheat. You have ulcers, gastric problems, so you keep eating, keep eating, keep eating. If you eat millets, what happened to this Kadar? He said he is millet man and till today, till now he has not spoken anything about millets. I am only laying the context. What are millets? They have been occupying the whole planet for time immemorial. And they are the food not only for birds, not only for pigs, not only for cattle, for human beings too. Because as you walk, they can grow anywhere, in the Himalayan mountains to Rajasthan desert, near the desert, anywhere. And that not being chosen itself is something baffles my mind from these experts. And we haven't asked the question. On top of it, we left all our, there were 200 varieties of millets, diversified food, Diversified food means diversified microbes coming and occupying your celiac region, gut microbes. And till today, gut microbes people have not talked about. No problem, we'll give you prebiotic tablet with polymer wrapped. That itself can cause 50% of cancers. Just the wrap. Just boil these wonderful grains, tie it up in a mud pot with cotton cloth. Fermentation takes place. 8 hours of fermentation leads to wonderful microbial population. Don't keep it for 8 more hours. You will be having brewery industry in your house. You will make beers out of it. Don't drink beer. Drink ambali. It is called ambali in South Indian languages, basi in North Indian languages, because they used to put it in bamboo bottles and tie the cloth, and that's how it's called basi. 8 hours in, maybe 6 to 8 hours in Vijayawada if it's very hot. So if you come to Mysore, it may be 8 to 10 hours, the fermentation. Drink that 1 tumbler a day. Any fellow who has mouth to anus will be alright within next 6 weeks. Because the microbes will inhabit the celiac region, and it is 2.1 kilograms of microbes that should be in your gut. And they are heavier than your brain, and they control every, if not control, they aid almost 80% of biochemical reactions that go on in human body. And this is a basic biological fact. And here we are giving steroids, antibiotics, this, that, through our food, fertilizers, pesticides, killing them on a daily basis, murdering our friend within, actually I call doctor within, every day since the baby is born, even before the baby is born, because you want to open. We have 68% cesarean births, not the normal births now, and that is advanced science for you. The mother gives inoculum when the baby comes through vagina. We don't want that. That means if your health depends on the gut microbes and your brain connections. Basic fundamental fact. So the present day scientists and group of doctors, everyone included, killing the so-called doctor, the real doctor within you every day through their technologies. And do you think you will be healthy? So what brings you back to be healthy? First thing is set your gut microbes properly. And you give me 1 kilo of coral, foxtail millet, soak it for 8 hours. Why do I need to soak? I have a cooker, 3 minutes. Dr. Kadar tells I have to soak the grain for 8 hours. I didn't ask you to soak yourself for 8 hours. Soak the grain for 8 hours. Because it is well knitted with fiber. Foxtail millet has got 8% of fiber. Sir, another 10 minutes. Huh? I started at 12:11. So. Foxtail millet has got 8% of fiber associated with the carbohydrate, and that is the reason why when you eat foxtail millet, the blood sugar will never ever increase beyond 5 grams. If you take it out by walking or by doing something, when there is less glucose, it will fill, because the fiber is holding the carbohydrate, releases as and when you work. If you don't work, it is not releasing. It is associated with the fiber. The glucose is not registered in the blood because it doesn't thicken. To allow it to become thick, the fiber is prevented. See the beauty. Now if you eat kodo millet, it has 9% fiber. If you eat brown top millet, andu korralu in Telugu, it has got 12.5%. barnyard millet 10%, little millet called samalu 9.8, finger millet ragulu 3.6, jovar jonnalu 1.2. So remaining all lower than 3.6. So these 5 grains which are high 8, 9.8, 9, 10, 12.5, I have grouped. Till today no one has done any work on millets. There were here and there people, in fact till 2017 in Hyderabad there was one Jovar Research Institute. Overnight it became Millet Research Institute. And today you go to Millet Research Institute, they will give you again this pulao and chapati in their canteen. Do you understand what I am talking? So millets have been neglected. This is the word all these experts use. They have been not neglected. They have been systematically eliminated from our fields and the plates. Because if you eat millets, you don't need medicines. There will be no diabetes, there will be no BP, there will be no thyroid problem, there will be no type 1 diabetes. Your sperms, your ovums will be safe, you can produce functionally healthy kids. We have done all these so-called lifestyle diseases, we have been eliminating since we have been spreading awareness to eat the real food. So we have had 108 diseased conditions, 15 to 20 kinds of cancer, and then even rare diseases. We have had the opportunity to give the awareness, and the people are using, and they are becoming better and better. Sadly, in 1954, there is a law called Wonder Drug Act. Below given diseases cannot be cured by any drug, and if someone advertises so, let him be put in jail. In 1954, what was the need? Because they know they are going to make our country step by step ridden with sickness, and there should be only tablets managing. This is the essence of that particular law. It's called Wonder Drug Act. I am trying to give you the proof of what is happening. Am I making sense? If you eat millets, your blood glucose doesn't increase. If you work, it will give you the glucose. If you don't work, it will eliminate. That's why if you start eating millets, your tummy will go down. You will never ever put on weight. Oh, then if I am very thin, it will give. Because it has got the regulating capacity, and it is the regulation is the essence of food. If you need, I will give you. If you don't need, I will not give. And that is, what is this need and don't need? If a fellow works hard, you will get as much as you want. If you don't, you will not get. And that's what is regulation. And what happens? I have eaten anyway. It will shit. You can shit without any problem if you eat millets. Only caution is you have to soak and cook. Why? The fiber is interloculated with carbohydrate. Unlike your rice and wheat, there is no fiber. Whatever little fiber is on the top, we are now polishing it. Anyway, we don't want even that stupid fiber. Why I need? Remove it. I need white rice. So I came to Andhra 8 years back. I told, don't eat rice. What is this fellow? Because it is this habituating, the corporates are very good at it. Annam tinadandra, annam tinapothe em tinali. Anna means not rice, this white rice, kodo rice, little millet rice, foxtail millet. Anna kosha, Anna doesn't mean varannam okkate kaadu. It's the food is called annam, which sustains life forms. This is where our problems are. I told you, if only you think millets are your food, then there is no food security, all nonsense words, they all evaporate, they don't exist. Because everywhere and anywhere, anyone, anytime can grow food. There is no need for transportation, there is no need for go downs, there is no need for talking about carbon dioxide footprint at all. Because 10.4 billion tons of carbon dioxide is released from agricultural industry alone. And the remaining all human activities is releasing only 3.1 billion tons of carbon dioxide footprint. And all of you technologists are talking about only that 3.1, forgetting completely 10.4. So you will never ever solve global warming, and that's what is the objective of all these so-called experts. They don't want to solve the problem. Oh, solar energy, wind energy, that energy, this energy. All that is fixed, you will only have 3.1. Remaining 10.4 billion going. There is a saying in Kannada. ಮುಂದೆ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇರೋ ಇರುವನ್ನು ಎನಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾನಂತೆ, ಹಿಂದೆ ಹೋಗೋ ಆನೆಗಳನ್ನು ಎನಿಸ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? This fellow standing and there is a line of ants going. He is counting the ants. In behind the elephants are going. That is the story of human race. You are talking about 3 billion carbon dioxide, 10.4 billion gone here. So unless you address the food, the production of the food, what you are eating, you do not want to talk about it, because 92 billion pigs are killed every year. 24 billion cows are killed every year. Doesn't matter. Muslims, we don't eat pigs. We don't eat this. We eat only chicken. You go to China, we eat only dogs. We eat only pigs. Whatever nonsense. All are coming from the plant produce. All these animals, whether it is pig or cow or rat or whatever you want to eat, cats or all whatever. These are all forms. But the carbon dioxide is fixed to glucose, and then glucose takes all these forms. And the more complex it is, the more inefficient way of you eating. That's how the carbon dioxide food print accumulating. You see the calculation. Just be a scientific technologist. So eating meat scientifically is absolute no-no. You eat there, unprocessed foods there and then. I grow there and eat, that's it. That is the most scientific way. And what fits the bill? Millets. Because they not only give you the C4 grains, on top of it, they hold the top soil 4 to 5 inches if you want to grow plants, trees. So all the fellows, environmentalists who keep bragging about growing trees, first maintain the soil. And who will do? Trees cannot do. It is the C4 grasses that do. Moolam is to hold the top 4-5 inch layers of the soil. Not only from the fertilizers, this and water, even from the sun, even from the wind, even from the rain. Natural things I am talking about. And this is the arrangement God has made to protect the top 4-5 inch soil. That means unless and until you talk about C4 grasses, nothing is going to happen to you, your planet. You want to save the planet? Please, tomorrow, change your food to millets. Thank you. I mean, there are many more reasons why you should do. It's exactly 1 hour. 2 more minutes, it will be 1 hour, but they said 48 minutes. I have taken 10 minutes more. Thank you. Thank you for me, for my, and I should not be leaving the platform without thanking all the administrative group of VIT. And of course, my special thanks and heart is always with my very, very dear friend Venkateshwar Rao garu. Without him, I could not have come to Andhra Pradesh and Telangana, and we have been really managing to change a lot of people. And curing diseases, healing people is the last thing that I want to do. You can do it yourself. You don't need anyone's help. Doctors will not help you. They are there to make money. They are not there to help you become healthy. You want to become healthy? Please go to your kitchens. Soak your grains. Cook your food. And if you can cook ambali daily, that is, keep it in the mud pot, within 6 weeks you will see change in your life. Life is beautiful if you live naturally. Thank you very much.
We are truly honored to listen from you, sir. Thank you for those enlightening words. As our millet man said, let's make our food choices right. Thank you, sir. Now, may I request VC sir to felicitate the chief guest.
Now may I request Registrar Sir to felicitate our guest of honor.
Now, I request Dr. Rajnikant, Associate Dean, School of Advanced Sciences, VIT-AP, to propose the vote of thanks.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am very gratefully thankful to the organizing committee for giving me this opportunity to do the vote of thanks of this event. So we are very thankful to our chief guest, Shri Dr. Kadavali Garu, and the guest of honor, Shri Yellapalli Venkateshwar Rao Garu, and the delegates of the Industrial Conclave for accepting our invitation. The support and encouragement of Honorable Chancellor and Vice Presidents, Vice Chancellor Sir, Registrar Sir, Dean SAS, Director IIEC and team are sincerely acknowledged. The organizing team headed by Professor Sendil, with committees who took care of registration, finance, transport and publicity, food committee, industry conclave, book fair, science exhibition and various student activities like science quiz, poster presentations, mathematic, stage arrangements and master of ceremony has worked extremely hard to make this celebration a pleasantly memorable one. We are very thankful for their efforts. The support of HR office,
Transport Department, Purchase Office, Research Scholars, Maintenance, Estates, Security, 360 personnel are gratefully acknowledged. We are very thankful to the press and electronic media for their support. We are very thankful to all the deans of different schools, directors, deputy directors, faculty, staff and students of VIT-AP for their helping hand in making this program and this event a very successful one. Thank you all very much.
Thank you, sir. With this, myself, Dr. Gupta Dejwardar, Assistant Professor, Department of Chemistry, and Dr. Sandhya Sadanandan, Assistant Professor, Department of Chemistry, we are closing the inaugural ceremony for the National Science Day. Hope you enjoy all the events. Thank you, everyone. There are few announcements for the participants and students. The students who are interested in admission to various MSc and BSc programs of VIT